Hey, it's Jessica, and I'm here with the gerbils. This is an update because I have sad news, which I'm sure most people have already seen on my Facebook page, and that is Eedie passed away, unfortunately. She was the black one, she was the spunky one. I still have Sophie, who's the one that's out, and Isa, who is, I don't know, somewhere. So, yeah. So, I'm not sure what happened to Eedie. I know there was a commotion. Last night is when I cleaned out the cage and like found her. The night before there was a bit of a commotion. Like sometimes they fall off this wheel, I think, in the middle of the night because you can hear like a loud noise. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's them going too fast and then slipping or something. But like these wheels aren't like nothing they can really hurt themselves on. They're not the wheels that have spokes. Because wheels that have spokes, they can like break a neck, break, you know what I mean? Like you can't break a neck on these type of wheels. And also, it's really what was happened was I had a night shift, a 12 to 8:30 shift, and the next morning I was back in the next morning at 7 a.m. So I was pissed off because of that, because I knew I was gonna get a lot of sleep. Like I didn't. I had like what, probably 4 hours of sleep. So when I heard the commotion, I was just like, I'm not getting up. I was like, I'm not getting up. I'm freaking tired. I was like, it's probably nothing, but I don't know if she passed then. Like who knows? Maybe she had a heart attack because of her running. Who knows? Like they all run really really fast on there. Or maybe the commotion was nothing to do with it, and the commotion is just what made me check the cage. Because that's what made me check the next day. I was like, I'm gonna check the cage. I'm like, I didn't see Edie that morning, and I was like, damn it. Like I had a bad feeling. I'm like, she passed. I'm like, something happened, but like I didn't really look at the body, so I can't be like, okay, the body looked like it was dead for a long time, because I just no, I'm not. I poked it with gloves on because I refused, and I just saw like the black mass mixed in with the bedding, and I was just like, well, she's not moving, she's passed. I'm not going any further. I don't want to see her face because I'm not the type of person. So I'm not quite sure. The tank didn't smell like death or anything. I know that might be kind of gross to talk about, but I had Pat even ask me because I was talking on the phone with him. He's like, "What does the tank smell like?" I'm like, "It just smells dirty. Like the tank needed cleaning anyways. Like the tank smelled like their musky smell that when you need to change the cage." So he was like, "Well, maybe something like maybe um, she wasn't passed for long. So either way, she passed, and I was really sad about it because it's the first time I had an animal that passed that's like in a community. I'm used to hamsters passing and they're just like alone in their cage. Well, I was like, oh, I wonder like how it affected them too, having their dead sister in their tank with them for a little while until I cleaned it out. So that's why I cleaned out their tank really well, and I ended up throwing out most. The only thing I kept is this big log bridge because it's in really good condition. They've only chewed on like the ends, so I don't want to throw it out, and I have nothing to replace it with. But everything got washed. The water bottle even got washed. The food bowl that I don't usually wash with soap because they don't. They're not like hamsters. Hamsters occasionally like will pee in their bowl. They don't do that. So I've never really had to wash their bowl out. So I got rid of. I washed that. Um, I got rid of their house because it was almost destroyed anyways. Oh no, that bowl just fell. There's nothing in it, but it's okay. So I'm using the house finally that Hello Hammy gave me, the treehouse thing. Um, What's cool about the treehouse is nobody probably remembers it, and I don't feel like taking it out. But it had a wood bottom, which at first I was like, I don't like that. I'm like, I don't want a wood bottom in case, because we all know how what animals do when they're sleeping, right? Oh, I'm just trying to get this bowl. Like they do occasionally have like a pee spot around when I clean their tank, under where their home is. But what happened is I unwrapped the house. I hadn't even unwrapped it. I was just saving it. And the bottom came out. Like you can slide out the wooden bottom. So I slid out the wooden bottom. So there is no wooden bottom right now. And it's quite a small house, but it's just for the two of them now, unfortunately. It's just Isa and Sophie in here. And then they do have this wooden tunnel, which this one is brand new. Hey, Soph. So they got that. And then they have their playtime little critter creations shoes that Carrie gave them in here. Somewhere. They're probably already destroyed, or they're probably sitting at the bottom destroyed. Where's Isa? Where's your sister? Is she sleeping? Because that tunnel I had originally saved for the boys, but the boys, as you can see, they don't really have room for it because they have that thing. So Anyways, there's a boy. I'm glad I saved it because now they have a fresh channel. There's Ziza! She poked out. She's away. She just poked out of there. So, Eedie was also the one that was always climbing this. In the middle of the night, all I'd hear is this hitting the glass. Like that. Like seriously, that loud in the middle of the night. I don't know how I slept through it, but occasionally it would wake me up. Most of the time I must have just slept through it. She would just climb right up it. And chew on the metal. But obviously she chewed on the chews too. Or somebody did. But yeah, that was kind of annoying from her. And it was always Eedie. She's silly. But there's nothing she could, like, have eaten that was bad to make her sick or anything. So I'm not really sure what happened. Anyways, like I said, I cleaned up their tank. I washed their wheels as best as possible. They got fresh food. There, you saw movement over here. That was you. There she is. Why are these being silly? I don't even have the flash on. I don't even have the flash on. So for bedding, they have the brown stuff is hanging clean and cozy. Clean and what? Fresh and comfy, something like that. Anyways, I don't really like that bedding. What happened was I needed something quick for the guinea pigs litter boxes, and I didn't want to walk all the way to Walmart for the No Name Carefresh. So I bought a bag of that clean and comfy stuff, but it doesn't work really well for the guinea pigs litter boxes, so I kept half a bag. So I poured half a bag in their tank, which ended up not being a lot at all. So they have a thin layer of the clean and comfy. Then after that they have the confetti looking stuff, which is the, I didn't use all of it, which is this stuff, the softies from Living World. So they have a lot of that. And then they have the Carefresh crinkly paper stuff. This stuff, it's really rough. They got a lot of that. And then they got hay on top of that, which you can see, but it doesn't take them long to destroy it and mix everything up the way they like it. So yeah, it's sad that Eedie passed, but I'm glad that their tank is really nice and clean now. The only thing that sucks is that's why they don't have that dish in, because this was their sand bath. And there's nowhere to put it, because I used to keep it on top of the house so they couldn't, like, bury it. And I know if I put that in there now, it will just get buried. So, they don't have a permanent sand bath, which I don't think is that big of a deal. They used to only use it for like a day or two, and then they would somehow end up, I don't know what they would do, but they end up getting all their bedding into it. I was debating on taking one of the wheels out, since there's only 2 of them, but I don't know. They seem to have fun jumping back and forth from wheel to wheel. And the boys still don't really run, because, I don't know, that wheel is harder to spin. Which you think for gerbils who have really strong legs wouldn't matter, but apparently it matters. Or they're just a little bit more lazy. I cleaned up their sand bath yesterday, and they just decided to make a big sand pile right there. But yeah, their tank is still fairly clean. They'll need a cleaning in a couple of weeks. I'll be quite honest, you don't need to clean their tanks very often. There's one of them. I don't even know which one's which. Jack and Gus. See, they're kind of fatter, as you can see, than the girls, but they don't run. You're fat. Look at you. Look at your body weight. Yeah, you're chub chub. You are a chub chub. See, like that's how this wheel spins. Really, like when KT took over the because they're now KT wheels instead of Super Pet. I don't know what they did, but they screwed up. None of the wheels, like I've been to the pet store to look at new wheels so I can replace it, they all roll that slow. They don't roll freely like these ones. That's why I want to replace these ones. I don't know what to replace them with. But yeah, that was the sad news. Gerbils are funny. Sometimes I find them with just a mouthful of bedding in their mouth, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, just chewing on it, they're carrying it around, or what? They seem to be doing fine. I don't know if they miss their sister or not, or I'm sure me cleaning the cage out really good helped, because I'm pretty sure her scent would be gone, unless it's on that tunnel. Everything else is fresh, so. They have each other, right? So it's not like one of them's alone. It's kind of why I got 3 of them. Right, Sophie? So yeah, it's just an update because I haven't made a video in a while. I'll do one on the pigs eventually. But there's really no news. Really nothing fascinating. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.